Sorry.
I don't know him.
As you know, we love wild and off-grid camping. So Ellie is always thinking of things and ways to cook in the van. Welcome to this new mini-series about powerbank cooking in a camper van. And of course, the camper van is Merlin.
Welcome to the channel. We are Graham and Ellie. We are Wizard in the Wild. Hello and welcome back to the channel. You're going to be guinea pigs this afternoon, or maybe Graham's going to be a guinea pig actually, because he's going to have to eat the results and say nom nom nom, this is really nice.
That's a sort of guinea pigism that I like.
Eating guinea pigism. Yeah, what we're going to try and do this afternoon is to cook a cake using our inverter and our two batteries, Eric and Bertie. They're lithium lithium batteries. Graham will put all the specs on the screen. So I'm going to attempt to make a little cake in a mini air fryer, and this is the air fryer that I have at home, or I had at home for ages. It's a tiny one. It's called a Vortex Mini, and it's about the smallest one I think you can get. Smallest one I could get anyway. It's tiny. It uses about, I think it's 12 to 1400 watts, so you could use a power bank if you wanted to, or alternatively you could do what we're doing, which is using our lithium batteries to cook. But the point of this whole series, of course, is not to use any LPG, it's to cook all electric. And what better experiment to do than cook a cake using just electric?
What flavour cake is it going to be?
Well, it's going to have some coconut in it. It's going to be an odd mixture actually, coconut and sultana, because you like fruit in your cake.
So does it have a name, this cake?
No, it doesn't. So we'll see. But if it comes out nicely, I will put the recipe there for you. If it doesn't, I might not. And I should say that I'm doing half mixture, half quantity, because it's such a small air fryer. Obviously, if you're on a site or you've got a really powerful power bank, you could in fact use a full-size air fryer. And when I give the quantities for this cake, I will give you the quantities for a full cake, not a little cake like this. So, and you notice how you don't have to carry a mixing bowl. You can use your saucepan for mixing the cake, which is what I'm going to do. And that'll double up for cooking a curry later. So, I better get started, hadn't I? So this is where Ellie gets guessing, because I didn't bring my scales with me. But I need approximately a quarter of this tub of plant-based Greek yogurt. So we're going to go, it's supposed to be about 87 grams, but I think that's about right looking at that. Yeah. And bear in mind this is a half quantity, as I said before. So to that vegan yogurt I'm going to add coconut oil. I'm not going to give you all the quantities now, which I have melted.
Will you do that at the end? You'll give me
if the cake looks good, yes. If it's a disaster,
you'll keep it a secret.
I'll keep it a secret, and then I'll give you another recipe when it's when I get it right. So I'm mixing the coconut oil with the yogurt, and what else do I need to add to that? And to this I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla essence. I don't measure. It's probably why it'll be a disaster. But so that's approximately a teaspoon of vanilla essence. That's just to give it a nice taste of vanilla. And now into the pot I'm going to put, pretend it's a mixing bowl, caster sugar. Just give that a mix round. And so these are going to form the wet ingredients for the cake. Give it a good old mix. Smells nice. What do you think, Gray? Do you think it smells nice?
I can't smell it from here. No, I can't smell that at all.
Can't smell it at all. Right, well, what I'll do then...
Oh yeah, I got a waft, yeah.
I hope it's a nice waft. I'll put a bit more vanilla in. You could actually use a fruit flavoured yoghurt. When I bake this cake at home, I actually put blueberries in it and use blueberry yoghurt, and it's actually really tasty. It's a much more moist sort of cake. For this one we're going to have sultanas. And here we have some coconut, desiccated coconut with plant milk. So I've used oat milk. And that's going in. I've just soaked it for 10 to 15 minutes. Give that a stir around. And instead of blueberries, I'm adding some sultanas. I have soaked them for a little while in some hot water, just to make them a bit more juicy. So they're going in, because these are the sort of things that are handy. You don't always have fresh blueberries with you when you're out in the camper. You might have some dried fruit. Just give that a stir around. And that's your batter, if you like, your wet ingredients. So now I just need to add the flour. So there's the flour going in. A lot of these ingredients I measured at home, but I mean, if you were going for a long journey, I guess you could take a small set of scales with you and keep them in the van. There's nothing fancy apart from perhaps the yogurt, maybe the coconut, that you wouldn't have in your van. Most people would have sugar and stuff like that. So this is your cake mixture, ready to go. What I now need to do is to warm the air fryer. It doesn't take very long, so I'm just going to do that. So the air fryer's off at the moment. I'm just going to set it. So I want it to bake. I actually want it to bake at 160 degrees. Sorry if you can't see the display on this particular air fryer. There might be some reflections there. And the time, I'm going to attempt to do it in 30 minutes. So this isn't a review of an air fryer. This is just one that I happen to have that I like. Okay, so I'm now starting it. But I want it to preheat, so it's on, you might not be able to see it, but it's preheating. So while it's doing that, I need to get the cake in the tin.
So that's not counting down the timer at the moment?
Not yet, no. It will do it when it's up to temperature, so I need to get the cake in the tin.
Okay.
Right, so the cake's mixture's going into the tin.
Hope you washed your fingers.
I did. Always wash your hands first.
Just about to drip.
Oh. There we go. So I'm just levelling the top. That's it. And now I'm just waiting for the air fryer to heat up. It's saying add food. So that will cook for half an hour at 160 degrees, and the air fryer will give you a countdown as it cooks. So at 15 minutes the cake's looking a little bit dark, so I'm just taking it out of the air fryer and I'm going to put some foil on it. So as you can see, I've had to turn the temperature down to 140. That's because the cake was getting really burnt on top, and I've also put the foil on top, as you've seen. But it's going to need longer, so I'm now just going to adjust the time while it's cooking. So press time, turn the dial, and I'm just going to give it another 15 minutes, which by my reckoning that should be right, because there was 5 minutes to go. So 20 minutes time the cake should be done. Just enough time to do the washing up, Graham. Well, the cake's about to come out. It's had 45 minutes at 140 degrees for most of the time. I have no idea what it's like. I don't have a skewer, so I'm hoping it's cooked. So yeah, a bit of an experiment all round. That's telling me it's finished. There we go. I'm scared. It's a bit dark on top, but we stopped it getting any darker with the foil, I think. Just have to see, won't we? See, it sounds hollow.
Is that good?
Well, it is for bread, with cakes you're supposed to put a skewer in, and if it comes out clean then the cake's cooked. But we're just going to have to wing it and go for a walk.
Let it cool down first, yeah.
Yeah.
The dog walk area here is really lovely, but as you can see it's very, very squelchy. We've had so much rain lately. There's also a wooded section. I didn't go in there, but Ellie did. She was braver with the mud than I was.
Oh, Jazz, you're a monster. Now it's round your leg. We've already rolled in something horrible, you can probably tell from the coat. And all of this in a camper van. What are we to do, hey? Hey? And you can just about see the canal because there's no leaves on the trees. There it is. Well, you can't see the canal, actually, you can see a boat.
Yes, the canal runs all alongside the site, and in fact, all the way to Devizes. It's a lovely walk, but it did have consequences. We had to wash the dogs' coats.
Well, we went for a nice little walk around the campsite. The cake is still a bit warm, but I think it can come out of the tin. And no, I haven't taken it out, so it may all go wrong, but let's have a look, see if it comes out. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's it. So now, what I need to do, I'll turn it over, just let it finish cooling. There we go, and I think we need to put the kettle on and try
It's a
that.
funny shape.
It does really, doesn't it? But that's probably because I had to put foil on it.
Yeah, cow's pancake comes next.
You're so rude. I just hope it's cooked all right.
So do I.
You're going to be eating it.
I should be trying it.
Yeah,
If it's okay, I'll be eating it.
yeah. Hopefully it's all right. We'll give it a whirl.
Well done.
Yes, my first cake, baked in Merlin, not using the oven, using an air fryer. Well, this is the moment of truth. The cake's pretty cold.
Yeah, and we've got a cup of tea there waiting.
Yes.
So I hope this is going to be satisfactory, otherwise I shall have to go and get some Mr. Kipling cakes.
I'm feeling really anxious in case the middle just falls out raw. Top's cooked.
I must think so.
It looks a bit dark. It's like a giant scone.
Yeah, it does.
Just cut it in half, wax
I was
and food.
thinking, just put some cream on top.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, well there you go. That's what it looks like inside.
Do you want to put it down so we can see it?
Yeah, you can't see it that way.
Well, I think it looks all right, doesn't it?
I don't know. You're going to try it first.
Yeah,
Which bit do you want, the small bit or the big bit?
I don't mind.
I'll have the small bit, he says.
I'll have that bit, first bit you did.
All right then, do you want me to film you?
I suppose so, yeah. If I keel over, don't eat it yourself.
That's right, yeah.
Right, can I have a fork with it? No, it's all right. I'll eat it with it.
What's a cake fork?
See, that's quite nice.
Is it? Okay.
It's nice coconutty.
Coconutty cake.
It's very nice.
Good. He'll tell us the truth off camera. It might still be a bit warm. I think it's one of those
It
things.
is a little bit warm,
It'll
but
improve
not too bad.
when it's cold. But we were desperate for a cup of tea, weren't we? So there we go. And it's a coconut sponge cake.
Right.
I'm going to borrow your plate if I may. Reminds me of Spotted Dick. Sorry.
I don't know him. Yeah.
It does. Do you know what I mean?
Not really, no. Dick!
Just needs a bit of custard. It is more of a sponge, isn't it?
Isn't that what it was supposed to be?
Yeah, but it's like the sort you have custard with, rather than a cake. More.
Spotted Dick.
It's actually
It's
nice.
quite nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Coconut's nice, isn't it?
Can I have my plate back now?
Yeah.
I want to eat some more.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Well, I would say that's, out of 10, I'd give that probably a good 7.5.
Do you want the recipe?
Do I want the
Well,
recipe?
not you.
No, I don't want the recipe.
Do you want the recipe?
I've got someone cooks it for me.
I'll get Graham to put the recipe in the vlog. And I'm not eating the whole cake. It's just we only have 2 plates like this, so I'm having to. Well, now I've gathered my wits together, I can tell you what I was saying. Spotted Dick is in fact an English steamed pudding which you normally serve with custard. And Graham's going to put a picture up so you can see what I mean by Spotted Dick, especially if you're one of our American or Canadian subscribers, because you may not have heard of a Spotted Dick in America or Canada. Yeah, so in conclusion, we were actually really pleased with the cake. I would do it again, and it's quite a nice thought to think you can actually bake a cake in a camper van even if you haven't got an oven. You can just use the air fryer to bake a little cake. What I will say is that I halved the ingredients, so you know, it's a smaller cake. If you had a bigger air fryer, you could obviously build, you know, make the cake. If you had a bigger air fryer, you could obviously do the full quantity. So what I'll do, as that was successful, I will put the ingredients up for the full size cake, not the half size that I baked as a trial in the little air fryer, a full size cake. But if you want to make the half size, just halve it. I will get lost it again. So I'll get Graham to put the recipe on here for you if you fancy making the cake yourself.
These are the ingredients that you will need. Note that the quantities listed here are for the full-size version, not the smaller cake that Ellie made. Well, thanks very much for watching this, guys. If you have enjoyed it, do please let us know in the comments, and then we can get Ellie organised in doing some more recipes for you.